Hello and welcome to the first episode of the new year here on Badminton Unlimited. Coming up, we look ahead to the 2020 season and the tournaments coming your way this year. World number one and world champion Kento Momota looks back at his record-breaking season in 2019.
今年は勝つことができてましたし、そういった実力だけじゃない、ラッキーな要素も、今年は自分に、来てたかなと思います。
And the badminton community firmly sets its sights on the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. A new year and a new season of exhilarating badminton action awaits. 2020 promises to be bigger and better, with this being the all-important Olympic year. But before that, there will be 7 months of the HSBC BWF World Tour tournaments to look forward to, starting with this week's Perodua Malaysia Masters. The Super 500 event will be one of 3 back-to-back tournaments in January, along with the Daihatsu Indonesia Masters and the Princess Sirivanavari Thailand Masters. On the other hand, February will host just the Barcelona Spain Masters 2020, that's from the 18th to the 23rd. March will be a key month for Olympic qualification with 5 back-to-back tournaments, including the first Super 1000 event, the Yonex All England Open Championships, as well as the first Super 750 tournament, the Celcom Axiata Malaysia Open. The Singapore Open and the New Zealand Open grace the month of April, followed by the Total BWF Thomas and Uber Cup 2020, which will take place in Denmark from the 16th to the 24th of May. The pace picks up again in June with 4 consecutive tournaments, starting with the Australian Open and including the second Super 1000 event of the year, the Indonesia Open 2020. Then the focus shifts to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, with the badminton competition being held from the 25th of July to the 3rd of August. The HSBC BWF World Tour returns to action in September, with 4 back-to-back tournaments including the final Super 1000 event, the China Open 2020. October hosts the second European leg of the season with the Denmark Open and the French Open before returning to Asia for the Macau Open. The last of the Super 750 and 500 events, as well as 2 Super 300 tournaments, are played out in November, all building up to the season-ending HSBC BWF World Tour Finals, which will once again be held in Guangzhou from the 9th to the 13th of December to close out the season. So, this week's Malaysia Masters will kick off the 2020 badminton season, as well as the final 4 months of Olympic qualifying. The race to Tokyo is set to intensify, and with up to 9,200 ranking points up for grabs in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysian fans will be treated to badminton's elite players battling on the courts of the Axiata Arena. All 5 world number 1 players and pairs will be in action, as will be reigning world champions Prasalavee Sindhu, Muhammad Hassan, Hendra Setiawan and Maya Matsumoto, Wakana Nagahara, along with all 5 defending champions. Here are some key first-round fixtures to look forward to.
He's done it. 16 of the last 18 points. And Kento Momota, the world #1, the world champion, wins his second end-of-year championship against Anthony Ginting.
In 2019, Kento Momota enjoyed his best season yet as a badminton player, setting a standard that will be hard for anyone to match. Momota cleaned up in 2019, winning 11 titles, breaking Lee Chong-wei's record of 10 titles back in 2010. The left-handed Japanese played 73 matches in 2019, losing just 6, and admitted he surprised even himself with his blistering form. Badminton Unlimited sat down with Momota just before the season-ending HSBC BWF World Tour finals to talk about his remarkable achievement.
やっぱり自分でもびっくりするぐらい、結果が出た1年だったかなと思いますね。やっぱり年間10大会っていうのはもうそうそう取れない、多分今まで自分より強い選手はたくさんいたと思うんですけど、年間10回優勝できた選手はあんまりいないと思いますし、運というか、競った場面でも今年は勝つことができてましたし、そういった実力だけじゃない、ラッキーな要素も、今年は自分に、つけたかなと思います。やっぱ世界ランキング1位になって、このままじゃダメだなと思って、もっともっとスキルアップしなきゃいけないと思って取り組んだ結果、そういった部分から自信を持ってプレーできるようになりましたし、そういった部分では成長できたなっていうのはすごく自分でも感じるんですけど、それにしてもできすぎかなっていうのは多少思いますね。やっぱ世界バドミントン、決勝、やっぱり相手は多分6試合目で相当疲労も溜まってたと思いますし、でも自分はそこまでしっかり、全部2対0で勝ち上がって余力がある状態で、多分その影響で、自分がすごい優位に試合を進められたので、その1試合っていうよりはあの大会を通して、全試合多分自分が主導権を握って進められてたので、あの大会はすごい印象に残ってますね。自分でも納得するぐらいの1年間だったなと思うんですけど、でもこれで満足してたら多分また、勝てなくなる時期が来ると思うので、結果には満足してますけど、自分のプレーには まだまだ納得してないですし、もっともっと上を目指してやっていきたいなっていう気持ちはあります。
2020 promises to be another busy year for the top shuttlers, with 8 Super 1000 and 750 tournaments this year. How well do they know the sequence of these events? We find out.
什么？第一个那个啊，全英。
对。
哦。
第二个是
印尼哦。
不是印尼吧？
印尼跟中国不是？
马泰的印
尼啊。
印尼。
哎。
马来西亚。
对。
你看马，然后在印尼。对，然后再来是，那个，不是日本，不是吗
？China 福州，
不是的，
常州，
你不要乱，
常州啊，
常州先吗？
中国妹，
啊，然后中国、日本
，Japan 啊，
日本，然后
在中国，
没有丹麦，丹麦、法国，然后福州。
你就说中国，只是我不知道哪个州而已。
常州先，然后再来是福州，福州就是那个，
我就以为
香港前面那个。
我一直以为福州是那一个，我想说奇怪，就是有中国一个啊。
好，热身完了，
可以再一次吗？
没有了，
刚刚是训练不是吗？
继续吵
完了。
谢谢你们。喝酸了。
England.
Malaysia. Indonesia.
Japan.
France.
China. Changzhou. Then
France.
Japan.
Japan.
Indonesia.
อินโดนีเซียไปแล้ว
Indonesia ไปแล้ว
เดนมาร์ก
Denmark. France.
ฟูโจ
英国，然后印尼，不要错了啊，马来，然后印尼、日本，啊，印尼，中国，不对啊，哎呦，我也不知道好，常州好了，然后再来日本，然后法国。又错了，福州，又错了啊，丹麦啦，然后法国，然后福州啦，哎呀，我的天哪，这都没看到。
England, Malaysia, Indonesia,
Japan.
China, 福州啊，
常州
Japan,
Denmark,
France,
China, 福州
England, Malaysia, Indonesia, 일본 다음에 중국인가? 창조, 일본, 푸조, 덴마크, 프랑스, 푸조. 오케이. 너 스탑. 오케이. 이거 빨리 해야지. 아, 스피드. 오케이. 이제 언더스탠드. 오케이. Let's go.
他要玩更好的成绩。
1, 2, 3. Okay. England, Malaysia, Indonesia, 창조, Japan, 덴마크, 프랑스. 푸조. 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 오! Okay. Thank you.
Time for a quick break here on Badminton Unlimited, but stay with us as we turn our focus on Tokyo 2020 and hear from Yuta Watanabe on the upcoming Olympics in his home city.
やはり日本代表に選ばれて、やはり責任感、今こう世界の1番2番が当たり前になってきて、やはり、選ばれたからには1番を目指さなければいけない。
Plus, HSBC and the BWF launch an AirBadminton initiative in Guangzhou to make badminton an even more accessible sport. Welcome back. 2020 will mostly be about the Tokyo Olympic Games. The qualification for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games in badminton will come to a close on the 26th of April this year. But before that, shuttlers from across the globe will be battling for points to be among the 172 qualifiers bound for the Japanese capital. Here's a look at how things stand in the race to Tokyo before the new season gets underway in Kuala Lumpur this week. Unsurprisingly, Kento Momota leads the men's singles after a standout 2019. The Japanese shuttler is over 21,000 points clear of second place Cho Tian-chen. Indonesia is the only nation to have two representatives in the top 10 in Jonathan Christie and Anthony Sinisuka Ginting, the two players looking likely to take up the maximum quota of 2 players per country ranked within the top 16. Similarly, Japan have 2 shuttlers ranked within the top 5 in women's singles. Nozomi Okuhara and Akane Yamaguchi will likely represent the host nation in the discipline. Chen Yufei tops the rankings after an outstanding 2019 season that saw her win 7 titles. Tai Tzu Ying is a close second, while Thailand's Ratchanok-Intanon is ranked between the two Japanese women. In doubles, a country can enter 2 pairs if they're ranked within the top 8 at the end of the qualification period. Indonesians Fajar Alfian and Muhammad Rian Ardianto are currently in 7th place and will have to overtake either Marcus Fernaldi Gideon, Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo, or Muhammad Hassan Hendra Setiwan, who are placed at number 1 and number 2. Japan also have 2 pairs inside the top 8, Takeshi Kamura, Keigo Sonoda, and Hiroyuki Endo, Yuta Watanabe. The women's double standings are currently dominated by the Japanese and Koreans, and it promises to be a battle to the bitter end, with only 2 pairs being able to represent their country. As things stand, Yuki Fukushima, Sayaka Hirota, and Mayo Matsumoto, Wakana Nagahara have the advantage as they're ahead of reigning Olympic champions Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi. Koreans Chung Yi-na, Kim Hai-rin and Baek-hana Jung Kyung-eun could also miss out, with 2 of their compatriot pairs placed ahead of them in the top 8. In mixed doubles, China will be represented by the top 2 teams in the world in Zheng Xiwei, Huang Yachong, and Wang Yi-liu, Huang Dongping. With less than 10,000 points separating positions 7 and 10, Malaysians Gosun Huat, Chevonlai Jemi, and Indonesia's Hafiz Faisal, Gloria Emmanuel Wijaja will be pushing hard for an Olympic berth in the next 4 months.
やはり東京オリンピックでは2種目金メダルを目指しています。
The one achievement that Yuta Watanabe would like to define his badminton career by is winning gold at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. For it's not just an Olympic gold medal, it's an Olympic gold medal in the city he was born in front of the people he cherishes the most. These are indeed high stakes for the 22-year-old, and doesn't he know it? But just like his personality on the court, cool, calm and collected, the Japanese star is soaking up all the pressure to help him pursue his dreams.
オリンピックに出るために、オリンピックで金メダルを取るために、僕が今やっていることは、土台作り、僕のベースの部分を底上げすることを意識していて、やはり技術があってもそれを使える体がないとなかなかその技術を発揮することは難しいので、今はベースの部分、筋力だったり体力っていう部分をもう少しレベルアップできれば、僕の技術を遺憾なく発揮できるようになるかなって思っています。やはり日本代表に選ばれて、やはり責任感、今世界の1番2番が当たり前になってきて、やはり、選ばれたからには1番を目指さなければいけない。ただ僕は、その使命感というよりかは僕自身が、1番になり続けたいっていう目標を抱いているので、そんなに周りからのプレッシャーは気にならないので、どうやって自分自身が1番になるかっていう方法を逆算して考えていければ、自分にとっては1番かなと思っています。トマス杯、スディルマン杯、そしてオリンピック、何が違うかって言われると、やっぱり1番は団体戦と、オリンピックは団体戦がないので個人戦っていう種目になると思うんですけど、やはり団体戦っていうのはチームの総合力、それは自分がプレーしていても応援であったりとか、やはり応援っていうものは勢いを与えてくれるもので、なかなかチーム戦って少ないので、本気になって応援してもらうとか、近くでそのまま応援が結果に直結するっていう試合はなかなかないと思っていて、だからこそ、コートに立った選手は責任感をすごく持っていて、日本はすごくチームワークがいいので、団体戦に関してはすごく強い、すごく、他の国よりもアドバンテージがあると思っています。一番オリンピックで楽しみにしていることは、やはり 一番高い表彰台に上って「君が代」を聴くことです。
Following the successful launch of AirBadminton in May last year, BWF, together with its global development partner HSBC, launched another initiative in Guangzhou, China. As part of their community outreach program, BWF, together with HSBC, set up and unveiled 3 courts at the Tianhe Gymnasium for public usage in this AirBadminton community project.
We want to make badminton accessible everywhere, in every kind of environment, both indoor and outdoor, and everybody should try it. So that is the aim, everybody for badminton.
首先，羽毛球是一个非常人气高的这样的一个运动，不单是在中国，特别是在这个珠三角的这个地区，这个刚好就跟汇丰在中国里面侧重于这个珠三角的发展的一个战略非常契合，所以呢我们把这个运动更普及化的通过这个室外的羽毛球去推动，可以更和这里的客户员工做一个更深的这个社区做一个更深的连接。
Obviously, HSBC are our tour sponsors and the tour finals here this week. HSBC and ourselves are keen to leave something behind for the city as a legacy of the event being held here. And we think AirBadminton's a good idea because it gives the general public the chance to come and play our sport and a new version of our sport. All the courts that we're opening in Guangzhou are free to the public, for the public to actually play AirBadminton.
汇丰在一个全球网络去服务这个金融服务经济以外，我们深信就是对服务社区，包括一些运动项目、一些环保服务社区老人金融知识的推广村镇的这些项目跟扶贫，我们都觉得是一个总体联动的一个方式，不是隔开的。羽毛球刚刚说了，就是一个跟各界年纪大到年纪小的人的联动都非常重我这个正好都连接到我们这个 corporate sustainability 那个可持续发展的一些社会服务是一致的汇丰一如既往的在中国一直有对这方面的投入比较大，累积了已经有10亿人民币。我们这一次也是通过运动去推广更深的与社会的连接。
The AirBadminton and Air Shuttle project has been 5 years in the making, starting with a vision to developing a new outdoor shuttlecock with increased durability, stability, and most importantly, wind resistance, to allow people to have a more positive experience of badminton outdoors.
So as you can see, we've got the shuttles here for Guangzhou. We'll be leaving enough shuttles here in Guangzhou for the general public to be able to play. And the actual production of the shuttle for the general public actually starts in December. So the shuttle will be ready and available for resale in January, February next year.
Now we are here in Guangzhou. The aim is more countries. We are 190 odd members of the Badminton World Federation. So there's a huge potential. And we know that there are areas that doesn't have the infrastructure as indoor badminton courts. So here we are, outdoor, nice weather, brilliant setup, and possible to play badminton.
We're using Guangzhou as a model. We're going to get as much learning as we can from the project here in Guangzhou so that we can use this model in other cities around the world to build the popularity of AirBadminton. So the next step, we have a number of cities who are interested already. So we know where we're going to be going next year. We already have a strategy, but expect to see badminton somewhere near you, all around the world, hopefully.
That's it for this episode of Badminton Unlimited. Join us again next week as we recap the action from finals day at the Perodua Malaysia Masters. And we speak with Indonesian women's singles shuttler Gregoria Mariska Tunjung about her transition from being a world junior champion to competing with badminton's elite.
Mungkin saya ada jelek di beberapa bagian dan saya mungkin bisa ambil pelajaran dari pemain-pemain yang di atas untuk bisa nutupin kekurangan itu. Jadi kelebihan saya ya kayak tetap saya jaga gitu, dan kekurangannya harus saya perbaiki dengan banyak belajar.
In the meantime, remember to log on to BWF's fan site, bwfbadminton.com, for all the latest updates and features on the sport. It's bye-bye for now.